Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am so excited because we are going to be finally playing with the Dragon Fruit palette from Clionadh Cosmetics. This is their collaboration with EmilyVioletMarie. It is such a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I purchased it as soon as it was available. It's finally here and I'm just so excited to play with it. So you can see it is a dragon fruit themed palette, super cute packaging. It's kind of like very sturdy hard plastic. And then on the inside, here is what it looks like. So there's a really nice mirror, but here are all the colors up close. It's such a beautiful kind of like pinky, peachy themed palette with a little pop of green. I'm a huge fan of the shimmers from Clionadh, so before this even launched, I knew I had to go ahead and pick it up. There are quite a few different formulas in here. There's 13 eyeshadows and 6 formulas, and we'll kind of go through and talk about them one by one. There is a velvet satin formula, which I'm not sure how to feel about yet. Oh, and then I also did pick up one of their new nail lacquers. I'm so excited that Clionadh is going to be having nail polishes. So I ended up picking up the shade. The shade is not on the box. Okay, one second. So I ended up picking up this shade, which is called Pattaya. I mean, it just looks super pretty. As you can tell, I haven't managed to paint my nails just yet, but this shade is coming next. Before we jump in, if you are new here, I do a ton of videos around independently owned makeup brands, just like Clionadh Cosmetics. So if you want to see more like this on your subscription feed, don't forget to subscribe. Now let's go ahead and jump on in. Okay, so the very first shade is called Bubbles, and this is a glitter type iridescent multi-chrome. So it looks like it has like a really beautiful like light iridescent like white to blue to green kind of shift happening. It's super pretty, kind of has a sparkle to it. Next we have the shade Refresh, which is one of the metallic formula shadows. So that's just like a really soft kind of light pink. It is metallic, but I would say it's definitely more on like the satiny side. It's not uber metallic. And then next we have Strawberry Pear, which is one of the velvet satin formulas. I mean, that one is super pretty. It's kind of like a nice peachy, corally moment. But I will say between the metallic and the velvet satin, the finishes don't look that different from one another. So here's the first 3 swatches. Oh my goodness, Bubbles is beautiful. So next we have the second multi-chrome in the palette, and this is the last multi-chrome as well. The first one was Bubbles, the second is Dragantini. So this one is like a pinky, kind of like peachy green shifting multi-chrome. It says it's a vibrant multi-chrome, which is probably one of my favorite formulas that Clionadh does. It is super pretty. And then next we have the shade Infusion, which is a sparkle shadow. I'm pretty sure that's a new formula to this palette, but it just looks like a kind of light sparkly lavendery purple. Super pretty. I think that one might be one of the one I'm most excited about. It did come like looking in a little like funny in the pan, like it moved around a little bit, but overall it still looks pretty well pressed. Then next we have the shade High Low Serious, which is a duochrome. So that one is kind of like a like a pinky deep base with a orange flip to it. Kind of hard to capture on camera. It's a little bit more subtle. There's Dragantini, which looks so pretty. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but this is such a creaky palette. I'm like, where's the WD-40 at? But next we have the shade Sweetened, which is another one of the velvet satin shades. So it's kind of just a soft pink. That one doesn't really have a lot of shine going on. We've got Exotic, which that one is a metallic formula shadow, and it's just a little bit of a deeper burgundy. Super pretty. And then lastly on this row we have Prickly, which is another velvet satin formula. That one feels a little bit looser pressed, but it's just a nice deep purple. Okay. I'm really curious to try those out on the eyes. So now for the last row, we've got the shade Cacti, which is another velvet satin. That one I'm really excited about just because it looks like such a beautiful chartreuse. I feel like it'd be so pretty on the inner corner, on the lower lash line, all over the lid, wherever. It just looks super cute. We've got Dragonfly, which is a metallic formula. That one again is super, super bright. It's just a little bit less yellow. We've got Fruit Fizz, which I'm pretty sure is a duochrome. Yes, it is. So that is a stunning, like soft peachy shade with like a little bit of a golden shift to it. Love the pop of green here. I think it's so cute. And then lastly, we have the shade Effervescent, which is another sparkle shadow. This one is just a really pretty, like peachy, soft shade. So let me put it right here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's so pretty. I could see how that with like any of the like other pinks would be so pretty all over the lid. Has a beautiful shine to it. I mean, even on my finger, like, so pretty. I feel like for anyone who has like a medium skin tone and deeper, this would be a beautiful highlighter, but I don't think I can pull it off as a highlighter, but maybe as a blush. So there's some up close swatches. I mean, it looks so, so cute. Then here's some quick swatches on my phone just so you can see the shift a little bit better. Alright, so for the look, I already went ahead and primed my eyes with the Milani eyeshadow primer. And I think I'm going to start off with this shade right here, Strawberry Pear, through my crease, because that is one of the velvet satins and I kind of just want to get a feel for how they look. I'm going to do my best to not pull into any other palette for this look. Just see how it goes. So just kind of starting that off in my outer V and then bringing it through my crease. It does have really good pigmentation, but it definitely kind of has that like sparkly, shimmery texture to it. So if you're someone who doesn't love shimmers in the crease like me, I'm not sure that this is going to be matte enough for you. If you don't care, then it doesn't look like bad per se, but it's just not my personal taste. I feel like it still looks like it has a lot of texture to it. But I kind of knew that going into this palette, I'm probably gonna not use this for my mattes in the future. I was wanting to just use it as like a shimmer like palette with other matte palettes, like this with the Blend Buddy Blends palette I think would be so cute. But today I just wanted to kind of test it out and see. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead and take the deeper pink Sweetened, which is another one of the velvet satins. Just grabbing a little tiny bit and I'm gonna pop that on my outer V just for a little bit more depth. I thought about using the dark purple as well, but I feel like it's just gonna be a little bit too much shimmer. So I'm kind of just gonna leave it at that. I feel like the crease looks pretty good. I'm honestly, I don't even know what to do because for like my lid, everything looks so pretty. Part of me wants to go into Dragantini, part of me wants to go into this sparkle shadow right here. The purple is so pretty. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the purple infusion and just pick that up on my finger. And I'm gonna pop that on the outer half of my lid. I don't really know what I'm doing still. All I know is that I just really wanted to use this shade, so just kind of popping that on. I mean, it is so, so pretty. I think I'm gonna take the shade Dragantini now, just because it looks so special, and I'm gonna pop that on the inner half of my lid, kind of into the purple. I think that looks pretty and like a little bit unexpected. I feel like the more that time is going on, the less I mind how the crease looks. Like I said, you can still see the shine a little bit, but it's honestly not too bad. And I feel like this is better than the mattes that I've tried from Clionadh in the past. I have their Archeo palette and their Paleo palette, I think is what they were called. And the mattes were just not very good in those, so I prefer this formula over that. For the lower lash line, I really want to do an intense green pop, so I think I'm going to start off with the shade Dragonfly, and then I'll go into the shade Katakai next. Not doing anything too special, just grabbing Dragonfly and popping that along the outer half of the lower lash line. And then going with that more chartreusey green on the inner half. So, so pretty. I feel like this look is definitely giving fruit vibes. So lastly, honestly, I'm so undecided on whether I should go into this like peachy shade on the inner corner or go in with like the more duochrome-y, but I don't know, this one's just calling to me. So I'm gonna go into Effervescent. Just pick up a little bit of that and pop it right here. And it is such a pretty sparkly peach shade. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to go into this shade Refresh right here as a blush. I feel like that would be so cute, but I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to get a blush brush into that. Maybe if I'm just super, super careful. Okay, I got like just a tiny little bit. Just a little soft pink glow. Oh, that's cute. I don't think I really want to use anything in the palette as my highlighter today, so I'm just going to grab the Lethal Cosmetics Ionic highlighter. It's just like a neutral, slightly pink shade, and I'm just going to throw a little tiny bit of that on top of the blush we just put down. For eyeliner, I'm going to use one of the new Odin's eyeliners in the shade 005. It's just a really bright green. Just popping that into my waterline. And then I'm just throwing on the Melt Supernatural mascara. Alright, lastly, I'm just going to finish off with the Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. And that is the finished look. I honestly really like how it turned out. I feel like the eyes look super, super pretty. I love the color story. I don't even know where I just put the palette. I honestly just feel like this is such a fun color story for summer. It's giving me all the like hot pink peachy summer vibes, and I'm just really into it, even though it's like a very warm palette overall. I just think it's so, so cute. I love the pops of green. I love the little pops of purple. I love the bigger shades that they chose. I think it is an adorable palette. So I'm really happy with the look that I got today. I feel like even though I was like a little bit like kind of hesitant like how I'm going to feel about those like velvet satins, I think that honestly overall, end of the day, the look looks really, really nice with them. So I'm not mad at it at all, and I definitely will continue to reach for those more. And I'll definitely test out the purple one next just to see how I feel about it. But from first impression, I'm really, really happy with this. It's definitely a palette for someone who is very into shimmers, but I'm not mad at that at all. Like I said, I'm already imagining this with the Blend Buddy Blends palette, and I think that is going to be so, so good together. But yeah, that is the first impression. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see me play with the Dragon Fruit palette. If you'd like to see other videos with this, feel free to leave your feedback down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!